One of the points brought up by campaigners discussing the conviction of Luke Mitchell is that police deleted the call register and texts on his phone after they'd taken it into custody. This seems to support the claim that the police acted in a corrupt manner in Luke's case, leading to his subsequent wrongful conviction. Let's have a look at some of the claims. This is page 2086 of A Long Walk to Justice by Scott Forbes. It states, "Later, while in the hands of the police, call logs were deleted." Page 159 of Innocence Betrayed by Dr. Sandra Lean states, "A civilian employee of Lothian and Borders Police analysed the mobile phone's call records during the investigation. He said that only one number, Corinne's, was stored in the phone's recently made calls list. Asked by the prosecuting QC why no more calls were listed, Mr. Morris said, basically because the call register had been deleted, adding that, in all probability, the register had been deleted just after midnight in the early hours of July 1st, 2003, when the phone was already in the possession of the police." Page 160 goes on to say, "But not only was the call log deleted after the police took Luke's phone, a text was also sent while the phone was in the hands of police investigators, who were prepared to lie about Luke checking his voicemail immediately after Jodie's body was found. So it can no longer be accepted at face value that it was Luke himself who deleted those earlier texts. If police officers were interfering with phone evidence so early in the investigation, there can be little confidence in the reliability of any claims later made on the basis of that evidence." Page 227 shows some dialogue between Detective Constable 1 and Luke Mitchell. DC 1. "Right, not only do you phone your voicemail, at 27 minutes past midnight, again, your girlfriend is lying dead after you had found her. You send someone a text." Luke says no. DC 1. "No, question mark. At 27 minutes past midnight, you sent someone a text message." Luke continued to deny having sent any text message at this time. He was told it was a joke text and still he denied it. He was absolutely correct. By 27 minutes past 12, according to all statements, the phone was in the possession of the police. Here we have a statement from Luke that was read out during the evidence of DC Alan Towers. Luke said, "I handed over my phone to DC Towers as it would have dates and times of calls. I'm sure I erased my previous calls because in case I accidentally made an outgoing call from my phone." DC Towers is asked, "So Luke had a mobile phone with you, as you told me earlier when we spoke about this on Friday, and he agreed to hand that over?" "He did, sir, yes." "Right, but he gave you an explanation in doing that as to what you might find?" "Yes." "Because he explained that the phone would have dates and times of calls, but only after a certain point in the evening, probably about 25 to 11. But the reason for that was he'd erased his previous calls?" "Yes." "And the reason for doing that was to avoid the possibility of making an accidental outgoing call?" He replies yes. DC Towers also discusses going over to the Land Rover and hearing Luke on the phone. He's asked, "Right, when you did that, did you see what he was doing?" He replies, "He was speaking. I could hear him speaking in the back of the Land Rover." The time given for this call was 31 minutes past midnight, just after 12:30, and the call lasted about 2.5 minutes. Page 14 of the transcript show that a call or a text was made at 0027. It does go on to clarify that it was a text message, and that it was sent before the 0031 call to Luke's mum. An officer took Luke's phone from him after the first call to his mother. It's explained that after taking the phone from Luke, the officers gave him it back to call his mum again. The duration of this call was around 30 seconds. So we can clearly see that Luke himself did delete the call log on his phone. He never denied that. But if a text was sent at 27 minutes past midnight, It doesn't look as if it could have been the police.